How Neuralink will change society forever. We haven't watched a video on Neuralink yet, and I'm actually pretty excited. Haven't the first Neuralink people, not Neuralink people, haven't the first experiments on real humans with Neuralink begun? Like, I saw a video of a guy controlling, he's like paralyzed, and he's controlling a mouse with his brain. How does that even work? That's what I don't understand.
Neuralink's recent showcase of their brain chip has made this new age of technology seem that much more real. In the oddly low-quality livestream, a man who is paralyzed from the neck down is able to control a computer cursor purely with his mind.
But how? Does he just sit there and go, like, what do you do? Do I think in my head, move A1, and it moves A? Like, how does that how do I determine what I want to move and how it moves? I don't understand that. Like, how do you control it with your brain? Yeah, but how?
But is it really the superpower he says it is? Or is it a marketing term to hide the truth?
And I don't understand Bluetooth. I still don't understand Bluetooth. You're telling me it just connects? Like, I just connect to a speaker, and whatever I'm sending just sends, like, waves to another thing, and then it starts playing on the speaker? I don't get it. I don't get it.
If you've seen Black Mirror or even really thought about brain chips, you'll know there's some dark possibilities associated with the idea. But as we've seen recently, Neuralink and other brain chip companies have been quick to focus on the medical potential.
How they get that in your brain, too? They gotta cut my head open? Or do they just drill a little hole and put it in, you know? Like, are they going, and then taking my head off, taking my skull off, and then implanting a chip in? That's so scary.
Playing chess, and so this is one of the things that y'all have enabled me to do, something that I wasn't able to really do much the last few years, especially not like
Dude,
this.
he's moving the mouse with his mind! How?
I had to use like a mouse stick and stuff, but now it's all being done with my brain. If y'all can see the cursor moving around the screen, that's all me, y'all. It's pretty cool, huh?
Yo, what if you started having some, like, random thoughts or some shit? You know, you got those intrusive thoughts. He just starts looking up, like, random things. Like, if it got that advanced, where his mind just starts, like, Googling shit.
And medical things aside, how does a brain chip in your brain allow you to restore your mental faculties? Well, right now, these chips, which are around the size of a quarter, can only read information and transmit it to an outside source. After being surgically attached to the brain, the chip sensors detect neuron activity and translate it into a digital signal. This can then be sent to external devices, which is what's been happening in the livestream. We see Nolan, the man in the video, playing chess by using the experimental chip. As he imagines where the cursor should go next, it responds to his thoughts and moves across the screen.
How does it read your thoughts? It has to be brainwaves, right? Like, it's reading like a wave as an input and maybe some sort of activity. How is it reading my thoughts? I don't understand that.
You can imagine the possibilities beyond this though, like controlling other devices like wheelchairs or anything else really, to walking again with prosthetics or even repairing the connection to people's own limbs. In fact, this is something we've already started to see from Swiss researchers that Musk has funded. In the middle of May of 2023, a neural chip implanted into a paralyzed man enabled him to walk again for the first time. One chip in his brain records the signals sent by motor neurons in his brain. This then links to a similar chip in his spine, which sends electrical signals to the nerves in his legs. Over a long period of training, Oskam, who was paralyzed for over a decade, can suddenly walk again.
But is the walking the same as how we walk, where we're just doing it? Or is he actively thinking, move my right foot, move my left foot, move my right foot, move my left foot? Like, you can you could just go, and I'm not even thinking about it, right? Like, I'm just moving my arms wherever, like, it's just happening, and then I could go, oh, left, right, left, right, left, right. But I could just kind of, like, aimlessly throw them around.
For more than a decade, Gert-Jan Oskam has been trying to relearn to walk. A motorbike accident in his late 20s left him paralyzed from the hips down, changing his life forever. But now, Oskam is back on his feet, thanks to groundbreaking digital implants in his brain and his spine.
After 2 days, within 5 to 10 minutes, I could control my hips.
Although obviously it's still highly experimental and there's a few caveats. Can't be used constantly, only for a few hours a week, but it's still worlds away from nothing at all. And in this sense, Neuralink is amazing. Technology like this in the right hands and treated with great care can change the lives of millions of people for the better. But this is just a tiny part of Neuralink. You see, even Elon Musk has admitted that this isn't the primary purpose of Neuralink.
Even in a benign scenario, we're kind of left behind. you know, we're not along for the ride. We're just too dumb.
Right.
So how do you go along for the ride? Yeah, it's like you can't beat him, join him.
The real purpose, the true core fundamental reason, is for humanity's battle against AI. But of course, this isn't a very marketable
Wait, to like make us smarter than AI?
idea, telling people that they need to be plugged in to Elon Musk's brain chip to fight off AI just seems so ridiculous. And so right now, Neuralink and similar companies are focusing solely on medical research because this will be the only acceptable way they can make this technology mainstream in the first place. Because as the technology gets better, it will see far more use to treat patients with nerve damage and other medical issues. But at some
that
point,
looks like it fucking hurts.
it'll pass the barrier from being a medical tool into a genuine consumer product, just like an iPhone. And you can be absolutely sure that that's what Elon Musk and others like him have in mind. They openly admit it.
And we're already a cyborg to some degree, right? Because you've got your phone, you've got your laptop.
Would you do it? I don't know. If you could replace your body parts with hyper realistic parts, but they're like robot arms, would you do it? Yeah. Oh, fucking yeah. Oh, 100%. If it not, I don't want like metal arms, but if I could have like some cyborg shit, like I could have a fucking arm that is also like a flamethrower. Yeah, like cyberpunk type stuff, where it's like it's still real and you feel it and you can control it regularly, but it's basically just like a fucking hyper advanced limb.
Is that easily
Unskippable brain ads. Yeah, that'd be awful. They just start playing fucking Taco Bell ads in my thoughts. Dude, if that ever, imagine if they did that. Like, we all got brain trips, and then it was just like, we all just started thinking about Taco Bell. I'd be like, bro, fuck off. Like, trying to get it out of your head. Want to break from the ads? Pay extra per month. And now we won't inject fucking Arby's we have the meats ads into your fucking brain.
Right now, there seemingly isn't much point, or any need, to beam a news article or a TikTok video straight into your brain, especially if reading it is far easier and far more natural, let alone way less dystopian. In the same way, it seems like a hassle to get chipped and play computer chess with your mind when a mouse and keyboard can do the same job. Having a hole drilled into your head and a brain chip implanted there doesn't seem like the funnest idea, let alone by a private company looking to make a profit, and God knows how they'll try and monetize this. Adverts directly beamed into your brain, your innermost thoughts sent off and monitored by foreign governments. And this is why tech billionaires or investors are going all in on this technology.
Yo, if they start monitoring our thoughts and then advertising things to us, oh my fucking God. That would be on a whole nother level. You know when you're having a conversation about something and then you look on your phone and like you have an ad for it and you've never fucking looked it up before or some shit? That always freaks me out. But imagine you're just like talking about something or you're just like thinking about like just an advert and then you see it, right? I'd be like, holy shit.
So let's go into this further through the lens of communication. Before telecommunications and all the innovations of the past few hundred years, you only really had two options for conveying complex information. Either you could say something to someone if they were close enough, or you could write them a letter. It could take weeks or even months for information to travel long distances. As time went on though, we slowly figured out faster and better methods, and that delay got cut down to almost nothing. Fast forward to today, and the internet means we can know about things happening across the world within literal seconds of them happening. In fact, the travel of information is so seamless and instant that we're assaulted with it at nearly every waking moment. So many of our experiences and the information we gain about the world is no longer from the actual world around us. Instead, it comes from this new digital dimension that we've been submerged in.
I still find that, I don't know, I find it less crazy. In comparison to the past, I find the idea that you could send instant, like, messages less crazy than the fact that we can travel across the world in less than a day when that used to take people years. Like, an average drive that you do that's 30, 45 minutes would take somebody 8 hours in 200 years ago to move that far. I mean, but then the counter argument is like, hey, you couldn't even communicate with somebody that was that far away. You would have to have somebody physically transfer a letter. That's even crazier. You would have somebody that was tasked with boating across the world to deliver a letter to you. But now you could just text someone. Like a king wanting to talk to another king would have to hire somebody to go and deliver something and then deliver something back. And now you could just be like, yo, what's up?
Some people might say it's good to keep at least one foot in reality, but that's not the future being pushed by the people with real control over the world. They want a seamless connection so they can have more influence over people's lives, and therefore make way more money. The further we go into the digital realm, the more reliant we are on their products and inventions. Zuckerberg wants to make the illusion stronger and suck people in further through the use of virtual reality and the metaverse. The more immersive the experience, the more effective it is as a product, but Neuralink threatens to go one step further. Once they've solved the problem of giving information to the brain rather than just receiving it, that's the last hurdle to jump over. We'll be able to express our thoughts to other people and get theirs back within milliseconds.
You would be able to communicate very quickly and with far more precision.
Online content will get sent straight to your brain, and it will become like a sixth sense. This connection with the digital world isn't necessarily a good thing.
I don't think we're going to see that. I think we're all going to die before it gets really crazy. But say the world doesn't explode and we all don't kill each other, I think our grandchildren, like Gen Z's grandchildren, will be like half fucking integrated into a technological world entirely.
With the neural implants of the future, it would be pretty much impossible for internet addicts to resist being online 24/7. Apart from making people annoying to talk to though, this interconnection would only make the worst kinds of internet groupthink more common. It'll mean people are truly replacing their own thoughts with information given to them by the internet. Our brains naturally take the easy route whenever there's an option. It's an evolutionary adaptation designed to save calories and prevent us needlessly wasting energy. But just as it backfired in our modern world of junk food and cheap entertainment, it'll backfire again with neural implants. Easy access to junk food takes away the work you once needed to get that many calories, and it ends up eventually making the majority of people overweight and unhealthy. Around 50 years after the rise of fast food in the 70s, and the population is far weaker, more cancerous, less capable physically than they once were. And by doing the same to complex thought and cognitive skills, by giving people chips that do it for them, we risk the exact same problems. A world of people made dumber because machines do the thinking for them.
Yeah, I don't like. Do you think we as a generation are smarter than boomers when they were our age? I think in broad knowledge, yeah, I think we scale quickly, but I think they had more on hand they could pull from their mind knowledge. I think we're applicably better, and I think we know and learn quicker than boomers did. But like somebody in the 1940s at the age of 20 had a lot more on-hand knowledge than we do now. We're just able to rely on things to aid us that we don't know, right? We could fill the gaps easier than they could. They had less gaps. We have wider knowledge. If it continues that trend, obviously, yeah, we could scale, like, in terms of fucking how quick we can learn things and all that other shit. But ideally, or not ideally, but realistically, it could get to the point where there's not even need for you to fucking learn anything. Because anything that you would ever need done, you could just fucking get a computer to do for you. So then, I don't want to say I think Neuralink's good, but I think if you were able to implant, like, an AI knowledge into your mind and kind of not like effectively upload knowledge, that would not be bad. It would be a solution to the problem of, hey, we don't have, it would just make you know shit. You could abuse it, but I think that the idea of saying, hey, like, look, instead of I need to study for this test, I don't know this, you could just go boom and just like immediately wedge all of your biology knowledge into your fucking mind. Like, just immediately upload it. Okay, I know this shit now. And you just know it. Like, that would be good. What's the point of school then? You would fucking eliminate school. Everybody would have an unlimited task of knowledge. You would just have to learn. Your school would just be uploading shit into your brain. School would still be there to socialize people, I think. Wow. Dude, the future's going to be weird. We're all going to be dead. But 200 years from now, I really think humans are not even going to really be like what the fuck we are now. It's going to be creepy. Like, society's just going to be, hey, I can fucking upload this into my mind. I would feel useless. I mean, you would feel useless, but why? Because you would have the same knowledge. It would remove the gap of smarts. That would be weird as well. If everybody could have the same knowledge, then there would be no differentiation in somebody being smarter than somebody else. unless you use that memory. I think that's where critical thinking applies. I think you adding the idea of having to give people all the knowledge is one thing, and then it's just whether or not they can critically think. What about money? I don't know. I don't know how that would even work. A society? Fuck, man. Eventually, you could just have everything done for you. But then where do we progress, right? Society always wants to progress. You want to get smarter, more futuristic. Then what do? You got to go to other planets, realistically. Then we're just going to start, humans would just start fucking conquering other galaxies and shit. But that would be, we're going to be long gone.
You can imagine delegating parts of your thoughts to AI using these chips. You could use the chip to instantly work out how to split the check at a restaurant or recall specific details that you can't quite remember. Later down
All right, you got to be a dumbass to not know how to fucking split the check and just do the tip. It's just math. It fucking takes you 10 seconds.
on the line, you can imagine people storing their memories and things they want to remember digitally, then calling back to them later on using the implant.
The International Monetary Fund has warned that 40% of all jobs around the world will be impacted by AI. It says the effect is even more pronounced in the developed world, where 60% of roles will be affected.
Some people can't even read? Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Fucking, we talked about that already. Chat, guess the percentage of the U.S. population that's fucking illiterate. I don't believe it. I read this statistic every time and I don't believe it. 21%. 21% of U.S. adults are illiterate. That's not possible. That's not... You're telling me 1/5 of the U.S. can't read. 54% of adults in the U.S. have a literacy rate below 6th grade. I mean, I remember hearing that, like, in the military, they have, like, the way they have the training set is that, like, a 3rd grader can read it. Like, you have to, if you're training a wide array of people to do something, it has to be, like, consumable by a 3rd grader. How can you not read anything? I don't get that. Like, the people in my chat can read. Some of you guys might have a literacy level below 6th grade, but you guys can fucking read because you're typing. There have to be, like, there's people that would be looking at my chat and it's like they're reading fucking Spanish. Like, it doesn't make sense. They don't get what's happening. How do you know? How do you live? How do you pass school? How do you fucking pass how do you pass middle school without being able to fucking read? You don't? Bro, somebody said Amish people. Bro, Amish people isn't 21% of the United States. Homeschooled kids? Bro, homeschooled kids are probably better at it. There has to be 21% of U.S. adults. That means there's kids in y'all's high schools that can't fucking read. At all. At all. They can't read. They don't know how to read. What are they? So when they open their book to page 10 with the rest of the class, what the fuck are they doing? Just staring at the words, confused? Dyslexia. That's not illiterate, bro. Dyslexia means you're going to mix up fucking letters. You can still... To be dyslexic, you have to be able to read. If you can't read at all, you wouldn't know you're dyslexic. Why are there so many illiterate adults? We're reading a Quora post. PIAAC defines literacy as the ability to understand, evaluate, use, and engage with written text to participate in society, to achieve one's goals, and to develop one's knowledge and potential. 4 in 5 U.S. adults have English literacy skills sufficient to complete tasks that require comparing and contrasting information, paraphrasing, or making low-level inferences. 1 in 5 U.S. adults have difficulty completing basic literacy tasks, meaning they can't compare info, they can't paraphrase, they can't reference things that they've read. 43 million U.S. adults have a literacy level have low literacy level skills. 26.5 million at level 1 and 8.4 million below level 1, meaning they can't fucking read. 8.4 million US adults can't fucking read. 26 of them can read, but they can't fucking read well. Like, at all. Like that of, like, a first grader. Dude, like, how are you 45 years old and you can't... I don't understand that. Dude, 8.4 million people in the US can't fucking read. What? I gotta move on. I'm just gonna sit here flabbergasted by this.
You can do a lot of this with your smartphone already, but as the technology progresses, it will give people who can afford it a leg up on everybody else, making their IQ be slightly higher at all times than the rest of the population. Even when it does eventually become accessible to the general population, those at the top will have been ahead for years. For the entirety of human history, the difference between the rich and the poor has been limited to external factors. Things like a better diet, education, and an easier, healthier lifestyle make a difference, but we're all still human. Given the most powerful people of all faster and more effective brains changes this dynamic forever. It'll make climbing up the ladder almost impossible because all the people above you are just inconceivably smarter, using a brain chip in their mind, allowing them to have access to tools you could only imagine. The hands.
How do they get a fucking driver's license? Hold up. I was playing the video and I stopped fucking thinking about it. How do you drive? You have to pass a written test to fucking drive. How do you do anything? I don't get it. What the fuck? Like, dude, you have to pass a written test to fucking drive. And you have to read it. Take the bus. Bro, okay, yeah, public transportation. I guess. Oh my god. Like, oh fuck. Oh my god, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Text to speech? They're not gonna let you take it like that. If you go to the DMV and you're like, hey, I need to take a fucking, I need to get my license. I don't know how to read. They're gonna say, well, you shouldn't be driving. Or say you are illiterate and you somehow get a fucking license and you're driving. Exit 8. What is that? I don't know. 50 mph. Now, what's that? I don't know. Check engine light. What does that mean? What the fuck? They read it. They can't read. I don't.
Well, it's a sad fact that the world is sliding towards autocracy and dictatorship. As of 2022, over 70% of the world lives under some kind of dictatorship, a statistic that's still growing today. We're seeing this rampantly across the world, and even authoritarianism within the US itself. And as we've been warned by books like 1984, which we did a huge video on, which you can check out here, I explain that we're now seeing 1984 in our own world. Dictatorships are happy to exploit the tools of control that technologies give them, just like at China or Russia's mass internet censorship, or their facial recognition cameras aimed at every street corner. As our lives get more and more intertwined with technology, the degree to which they can be controlled by outside forces only goes up. So what happens when we put technology straight into our brains? Well, there's a lot of disturbing possibilities. For centuries, authoritarian governments have dreamed of the ability to control the thoughts of their citizens. They could do it indirectly through propaganda, social pressure, and fear, but Neuralink and other technologies like it could make this a reality. Sure, we can only really read motor functions and basic commands that go up right now, but that's all gonna change very soon. Even though we have around 100 billion neurons, this isn't as hard as it seems. Our current AI models, while limited in a bunch of ways, excel at sorting through and noticing patterns in massive databases. In fact, we already have AI models that can translate silent thoughts into words on a screen. Subjects wearing a special cap which monitors brain signals could see their thoughts expressed in front of them with up to 60% accuracy. They would read the sentence slightly and the
street signs are made in specific shape and color and teach them those. They can read numbers still. Yeah.
AI could tell what the sentence was without any other inputs.
These neuroscientists at the University of Texas in Austin say they've made a major breakthrough. They've figured out how to translate brain activity into words using artificial intelligence.
And you can't expect dictators not to salivate over the idea of just this. If that's not a cyberpunk dystopia, I don't even know what is. Imagine a world where just thinking the wrong thing could get you jailed for hate speech. These are all problems for the future, but what about right now? We're already seeing some of the potential issues that these implants can create, even just as medical treatments. Retinal implants are similar to neural implants, but instead they act as a replacement for damaged optic nerves. It's an amazing technology which can give rudimentary sight to people that thought they had lost it forever. But some people who've had these implants had their sight cruelly taken away again. In one case, a woman received an optic implant to fix a genetic condition which made her blind, but 4 years later, it suddenly stopped working and shut down, plunging her back into darkness. The company who made the implant had completely stopped supporting it and weren't willing to help at all. Another company has recently taken up the technology again. So in this specific case, all hope wasn't completely lost. It won't be that way though all the time, and lingering questions about the difficulty of upgrade and the lifespans of implants still plague the industry today. And these are just some of the many problems that neural implants and this technology could bring to the world. But I don't want to go full on conspiracy mode, considering this technology has only just been tested out on humans. But we haven't even dipped into the problems with actual mind control.
Bro, where you fucking implant it into an animal and get them to fucking understand you. I know their brains, so I feel like if you get to the level, if you get this in depth, you could do something to where you could get. Obviously the fucking genetic makeup of an animal's brain is probably not going to enable them to learn a language. So there's probably a bunch of jump arounds there that would make it not possible to fucking enable an animal to understand you. However, that would be crazy if you had like if you had a highly intelligent like dolphin and you implanted something into their brain, you could possibly get them to understand something.
You might not have any choice but to have a government-mandated chip implanted into your skull. But even in developed democracies, we must be wary not to sacrifice any more of our...
And would you do it when they're a child? I feel like that'd be unsafe, because your brain grows alongside your skull. So I'm thinking that you would have to... It would be like when your brain stops growing, they would implant the chip, which would be 25. So I wouldn't even be eligible for a brain chip yet.
our freedoms.
You're not gonna get me yet!
That
Dude, and I remember they have some stuff that's like you could have it on the outside of your ear. And I read something about that, and it does something similar. Not nearly as good as Neuralink, but it can, like, read your brainwaves. Like, I feel like I would do an outside thing that I could take off if I didn't fucking want it. But you implant a brain chip in my head, what if I don't want it anymore? No, I just got it. That would fucking suck. Alright, next video.